Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to mat our covers and get started on embellishing. Hopefully finish embellishing. We should finish our book today, which is very exciting. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. We are doing The Quiet Cat Company mini album number 2. This guidebook's available in my Etsy shop. And today we have got to we already made the cover, but we need to do the matting. All right, so for the front and back inside mats, I've given dimensions in the guide, but you need to be a little bit flexible because, you know, you may have measured things a little differently, may cut things a little differently, so your size may be just slightly different. I would measure. But the basic measurements for the outside mat and the inside mat are 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. And the measurement for the spine mat is 4 3/4 high by 2 inches wide. And then you'll also need a couple of pieces of seam binding or ribbon for your cover if you want to do a tie cover. There are other options. If you have other ways you like to close your albums, by all means, use that. I sometimes use a binder clip method where you attach a ribbon to the back and a binder clip to the front. But I think I'm just going to go ahead, since I use so much seam binding inside the album, and use the same on the outside of the album. And that's actually going to be our first step. So this is going to work very similar to how we attached our seam binding to the insides of the book. And that's basically to center a piece of tape in the direction you want your ribbon or seam binding to go. And, whoops, let's just ravel that piece of ribbon. Nice. Okay. Alrighty, and then just attach it down. Okay, I like to do this first because I think, as we've established, I have a habit of forgetting to put the ribbon in because I get so excited about the other parts. Okay, so if I do it first, I'm not going to forget it. Make sure you set it back far enough that it's not sticking out where you're going to be putting your mats. All my mats cut, and let's make sure we have the right front and the top. Okay, so I am going to be using, I'm going to do a double mat on the front, which is going to be this navy cardstock with this adorable little girl. And then we'll probably add some flowers and things there. So that's going there. And then I have, this is actually going to be the back cover. This is the spine. And this is going to be the inside front cover. Can you even see? I'm sorry. Okay, so let me do that again in case you missed it. This is going to be the outside cover. It's a double mat with the navy and the little girl. And then the inside cover is going to be this sort of blueprint topped with a navy mat that could either be a picture or journaling or a piece of chipboard. So we're definitely going to do something decorative there. And then we'll flip to the back, and we're using the opposite version of the blueprint here because it goes nicely with this journaling card here. But I've also decided to add a pocket that's going to go here with an opening here. Okay, and then we have this turtle print is going to be the back cover, and this little I forget what that's called, a foulard I think that print is called, and that is going to go here, okay, on the spine. All right, so I'm just going to get these inked up, and I will be right back. We are back. I've got all my cover pieces inked up, And I'm going to start with the inside covers. I like to leave the outside ones for last. I don't like to handle the book too much at that point. Although I don't know why, but anyway, we're going to start with the inside. So this is the inside front cover. I'm going to do a double mat with this one on top of this one. And I'm going to go ahead and do that first before I put it into the book. I'm just going to, also just going to apologize now because I'm hearing some lawn equipment. So it's possible somebody is right outside doing lawns. So hopefully it'll be quiet. Center this, put that out of the way. I'm just going to center this on this. Okay. As a general rule, I don't, I plan a lot of things ahead when I'm making my books, but I don't plan the covers because you just never really know until you get all the mats in. You never know if you want to do something that you hadn't planned on. So I like to be a little flexible about that. So that's our inside front cover. And then this is our inside back cover, and this is the pocket that I decided to add. Now, if you've purchased the guide, this pocket is not in the guide because it was something I decided to add very last minute, and I didn't use it on the other version of this album that I made, so it's not in the guide. So let me give you the dimensions for this pocket. It is 5 3/4 wide by 5 inches high, and I have my scoreboard. I have already scored this one, but I'll show you. You're going to put it in your scoreboard with the 5 3/4 edge along the top, and score it at 5 1/4, at a half, pivot at 90 degrees, and score it at a half. Okay, that's how you make the pocket. So first, I'm going to put the mats in, and then we'll make the pocket. All right. So always, as you're going along, make sure that you've got everything right side up and where you want it. So this is definitely the back, and it's definitely right side up. So let me put this piece in. And again, I am using, just put a little weight on that. Whoops, oh, that didn't work out. Art glitter glue for the mats. You want it to be equal distant from the outside edge, the top, and the bottom. You can leave a little extra here. The less bulk you can have up into your binding, the better. But the measurements are pretty good for you to have it even really all the way around. But if you have to choose one side or the other, you want to shift it more to the outside. Okay, there's that. Now to do the pocket, now you may have noticed I cut the pocket directly out of the navy cardstock. I didn't want to add another layer of the white cardstock. Pardon me. So you could go ahead and cut this out of a darker, if you're using the navy cardstock like I am, go ahead and use that. If you have a decorative paper that's fairly plain, or even busy if that's what you like, just use it for this pocket instead of doing a matted pocket. Folding and burnishing on the score lines. Okay, and then we're going to get our little scissors and trim. Now, depending on the style of paper that you've chosen, maybe if you were doing something a little girly and frou-frou. You could use an edge punch to punch like a lacy edge on this pocket. Would be really cute. Like if you were using that love story that I used for the prototype of this book, that would be really pretty. All right, and then these, just like all of our other pockets, fold like this. Let me get this out of the way so you can see. All right, and you're going to put the tape on the outsides. And I am using 1/4 inch right now because I have run out of every bit of 3/8 that I have. However, I do have more on order, so I should get it shortly. Stuck down my tape there. Okay, and this one's overhanging. I'm just going to trim that. All right. Whoops. Okay. Now, just lift up a little bit on these sides, just like we've done before. It's exactly the same process. And press it down. And go ahead and give all your edges a good brush so the pocket lies nice and flat. All right, and that is going on the inside back cover. Now you can put it here if you want, but I find things would fall out more easily that way. On the other hand, if you put it here, they could conceivably go that way, but you've got your ribbon tie holding it closed, so you're not likely to lose anything. All right, so I'm just gonna put that there. This pocket is the same height as the mat, okay? So it should be pretty easy for you to put it down. Let's take the tape off. And I don't know if you can tell, we've got a lot of bulk in this book, but it's still lying flat without any real problems. So I'm just gonna put the corner, you can see I'm just gonna line up the corner here and run it right along the vertical and the horizontal, and it should line right up. And it does. Okay. And this gives us a nice place to put a photo or some journaling or something decorative when we get to the embellishing stage. All right, so that's the inside. Now let's go to the inside front. And that's just this double mat with the print and the solid. There is an up and down on the background paper, so you can hardly see it, but I just want to make sure it's right. And that looks good. Make sure you burnish your corners down well. You don't want anything lifting up. Because you've got several layers going on here, you need to make sure you press down well. Get that done. Okay. And my thinking with this is I've got these chipboard pieces, and I think I'm going to use this one centered right here, but I'll do that when we get to the embellishing stage. All right, so now we've got all the inside covers done, and you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just tie this ribbon. And between the flexible spine and the full 1/2 inch that we left in the binding between the fins, there's plenty of room for you to do whatever kind of embellishing you like on the inside, which we'll talk more about when we get to that. But this is another double mat, so I'm going to go ahead and apply put the two mats together before I put them on the book. And I left a fairly wide margin around these two mats instead of the usual sort of 1/8 inch. Okay, hope I got that straight. It's not bad. It's pretty good. A little seepage. Let's get that cleaned up. Okay. Now this is going to go here. So cute. And then a glue. Don't want it to come up. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay. And in there. Actually, I tied that. Now I'm going to untie it just so I can get my hand in there to get some good pressure on that as we burnish it down. Certainly don't want it lifting up or going anywhere. Oh, that looks great. Okay, love that. This paper, I know I just keep saying how cute it is, but it just really is. All right, obviously the tails on this are going to need to be trimmed. All right, and then the last thing we have to do is the back and spine. So this is my back, and I have to decide how I want these turtles to go. Like that, I think. No, not like that. Like that. Okay. spine is curved because it's a, I don't know if you can see it, it's a tyvek spine, so it's curved. So what you can do is, let's see if I've got something. Trying to find something round. I don't really have anything. I can still use my bone folder. It's just lay it in the palm of your hand and just gently run your bone folder or a paintbrush handle, something you've got that's round. You don't want to, I mean, your goal here is not to curve it like curling ribbon, but you just want to give it a little bit of memory of being slightly curved, just to help you get it on the spine. See that? Okay, let me grab a straight piece. Like there's a straight piece and you can see it's sort of sticking out. Whereas this piece that we've given the little bit of roundness to is going to be much easier to get nice and flat and where we want it. Put it up on its side, or on its base, I should say, and we are going to center it, oops, extra right there, on the spine, top to bottom, and side to side, which I don't think you can see right now because of the way I've got it, but see that? You can see it just curled right around that spine because it had some memory of being, whoops, bent. Okay. I don't know if I got that straight or not. Not very, but that's okay. All right. There we go. All right, so we have the entire book completely constructed. Let me go ahead and trim some of these extra seam binding tails out of the way. Also, we'll get to that one too. Okay, so set this aside. We're done for now. Next time we are going to do the embellishing and make all the tags and inserts and finish everything up and embellish the covers and bring everything to a conclusion. So I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. If you have any comments, please feel free to make them down below. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified of my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.